Hey, hey, Savvy audience. How are you guys tonight? Surprise, surprise. We don't usually go live late at night. And surprise, surprise, I have a special guest with me tonight. Cheers. We are having a nightcap this evening. We just put our kids to bed. And we hope that they're going to stay in bed and stay quiet. If you guys can hear us and see us okay, can you drop a comment down below? If you're having a nightcap yourself, let us know what is in your cup tonight. We would love to know. So let us know if you can hear and see us okay. We're super excited to jump on tonight and talk to the most cynical person in my life.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, it's true. You are. And that is my amazing, most handsome, most fabulous husband, Joe Dorsey. Thanks for being here tonight, my love.
Not a problem at all.
Super excited. We're going to share a little bit about our story, why we're here chatting with you. We also kind of want to support you in looking and considering starting your own virtual assistant business. You are going to come across cynics in your own life who are going to ask questions, and we want you to be able to be prepared to have those conversations. So welcome, welcome. Super excited to hear or see you guys. Thanks for letting us know in the comments. Thanks, Patricia, that you can hear and see us okay. Once you jump on, give us a shout out and let's get going. Welcome, Facebook watchers and YouTube. Super excited. Okay. So a little bit about ourselves. Shall we share our story?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, we're going to date ourselves besides some of the gray that you see, right? We're going to date ourselves just a little bit, and we're going to take you back, okay? We're going to take you back a couple of years. Do you know what those are right there, y'all? Do you know what they are? Those are our, what are they?
Do you think they could figure it out?
I don't know. Maybe we should see if our audience actually knows what those are.
They don't even know what that's from.
Do you know what those things are down there? Totally dates us, right? And if you know what they are, oh, Melissa knows what it is. I think she does. What are those handles? What were those used for back in the day? Oh, Melanie knows. Oh, AOL, Sarah. That's right.
Sarah's got it.
Sarah's got it. If y'all had an AOL handle, I would love to know what they are. Let us know in the comments. So that's actually part of our story.
Yep.
So we met in college. Joe, you were from, where did you grow up in?
I grew up in Arizona.
Right. And I grew up in Missouri. And we met as freshmen in college in Wisconsin, of all places. And we met each other. Somebody introduced us.
We had a mutual friend, shared classes with myself and you.
Yeah. So one night we went to dinner and hey, Angel Baby 531. That's good, that's good Melanie. Oh, that's really, these are so fun. Tell us your AOL names in the comments. Poof 3. Love it. Okay. So we went to dinner with a mutual friend, and Joe and a friend were sitting at a table. My friend and I joined them, and that was when we first met. But it was not love at first sight, y'all, for really either one of us. The first time we had met, we kind of interacted a little bit. But it really wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to see him again. But lo and behold, we kept seeing each other all over the place. And back then, not everybody had laptops, right? You had to go to the computer lab to go work on the computers. And I was sitting in there. Joe came and joined, had to work on something. And he ended up noticing that I had my AOL opened and I was chatting with somebody else, and he took my name. And so fast forward, I don't know if it was the same night or a couple nights.
Yeah, within a week or so.
Yeah. I'm sitting in my dorm room and up pops a message from none other than
Joe the Stud 83.
So I'm like, Joe the Stud 83.
Who's that?
Well, then I quickly knew it was Joe Dorsey. And yeah, right. It was totally a baller move. We ended up having a great conversation over AOL. And about a month or two later, I think, is when we officially started dating. Dated 4 years, all through college. And got married. What year?
05.
What
day?
Oh, shoot.
That's how you do it, guys.
December 17th.
There we go.
I have to think, right? December 17th, 2005. So we've been married for
many consecutive years.
16 years. He likes to say in a row,
yeah.
Right? It'll be 17 years in December. We have 3 beautiful and amazing children, 11, 8, and 4. We live in the great state of Texas.
That's right.
As over how long have we been here?
We're coming up on 2 years.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I was going to say 1, but maybe time goes by faster.
It's moving quick.
Yeah, so we live here in Texas. I am employed at the Virtual Savvy. I am the Senior Director of Product, joined the team in 2018. I, too, started my own virtual assistant business in 2017. We had 2 kids at the time. I think they were 4 and 2 is when I started looking. And super excited to kind of share our story. And it takes us back right to those AOL names, but we'll take those down. We wanted to quickly remind you, y'all, SavvySystem is open. We opened last Tuesday, and we are super excited to be open. This only happens twice a year, in July and January. And so we're super excited that we have over 100, almost 200 new students have joined us. And many of you, if you have already a SavvySystem student, give us a shout out. Let us know how your journey is going. If you're still considering, this conversation is for you, because we want to help you be armed with the great information to be able to talk to the cynics in your life, right? And be able to have a legit conversation with them that is helpful for them as well. So I brought none other than the best cynic.
I was at first. You're right. Okay,
so first of all, define cynic. What does that mean?
So I think it kind of has a negative sense to it, but I don't necessarily think of it negatively. But it's somebody who's going to apply resistance. So they're not going to be the high fives and rainbows and everything's good to go. Yes, let's do it all the time. Sometimes they're like, well, wait, like, what's the weather going to be like? How should I pack? How much is this going to cost me? Yeah. They start to kind of go through. They can be interpreted as a Debbie Downer, but they just have a different mindset to what's going on. They're not always the go. Sometimes they're like, let's think about this before we get going.
That totally describes you to the T. Absolutely. Okay, so that kind of defines being a cynic, right? Who knows a cynic in their life? Like, let us know in the comments, okay? Or name them, tag them. Maybe not tag them. Maybe that's not the best move. Okay. But we all have those kinds of people in our lives, right? What's the benefit of being a cynic? Like, in your own.
If they're wise counsel, it's worth hearing what they may have to say, because they'll have a different mindset. You know, if you have a group full of everybody who thinks exactly like you, things will fall through the cracks. Something will get missed. Nobody really thought about it like that. So it's good to have a good mix of personalities and temperaments and kind of bounce the ideas off of. It doesn't mean you agree with them 100% of all the time, but you're able to hear what they're saying and kind of take yourself from that in the forest to that 20,000 feet above the forest and see what's going on. Let's kind of look around a little bit more, because you need somebody to bounce that off of. When you're 100% your gun ho and somebody else isn't 100% gun ho, that doesn't mean they don't believe you. It just means they need to be brought along. They got to figure it out a little bit. They got to warm up.
Okay, so why is it beneficial for you to be a cynic? Like, what benefits do you find?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, well, tell us more.
I love it, because I like to play chess. I like to think a couple moves ahead and try to anticipate what's going to go on. I like to think about.
Hold on, just a second. We argue really well. But he plays an argument really well because he thinks so far ahead of me. Like, he already knows what I'm going to say 3 arguments ahead. Like, so he's already preparing.
I have got her so fooled. I have no idea. I've known her this long. I still have no idea what she's going to say sometimes.
Well, I don't know about that. Okay, so benefits.
Back to your question. So the benefit of it is, if somebody, like, if you're, and it's a good thing on the other side of say you're in a down mood, you got something that's working against you. It's also good to have a cynic that can be like, it's not as bad as you think. They can also be that person in your life. It's just somebody who's going to apply some resistance to your thinking, whether it be good thinking or stinking thinking. Okay, they're going to be able to put those two back in balance for you. Help you out.
Stinking thinking. Oh, you crack me up sometimes. Okay, so what's the downfall of being a cynic in general? And then we'll talk about you
Well, sometimes
specifically.
it could be interpreted as a Debbie Downer and you're always against everything and you never get excited and you're kind of like, meh. But I don't look at it that way at all. So I make sure that I tell people I really like kind of the Oreo compliment. I really like this. Have you thought about this? What are we going to do next? That's my thought process, because I want to make sure, have you thought about it? Like, I feel like I would be doing somebody a disservice if I knew what could go wrong and I didn't say something about it.
Okay. So what do you find is a downfall for yourself in being a cynic?
Well, sometimes people don't want to hear that. If you can believe that. Sometimes people just aren't really interested in that. So I've learned to be able to, kind of feel the room out, know my social cues, figure out where does that fit in and where is that not really needed or necessary.
Yeah. One of the great things about Joe that I've learned about him.
Hold on, give me a pen. I'm going to write this one down.
Stop it. No, he's not kidding. I think one of the great things about Joe is that when you first meet him, and if any of the team is watching, I'm sure that y'all have met Joe, know this, like he might seem a little standoffish when you first meet him. Like he may be sitting over kind of in the corner, kind of being a loner, but what you don't know, y'all, is that he's paying close attention. And I think that that's probably true of most cynics, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're paying attention to their surroundings. They're looking for their social cues, right? They're looking for those opportunities to question and dive deeper into the social conversation.
Yeah,
would that be true? Yeah. Because then once they've learned and observed, okay, then they know how to interact with you on a very personal level. And so I think that's a benefit of those cynics in your life, for sure. Okay. So as a cynic, as not so much a cynic, I'm very much more rainbows, butterflies, all the things. Okay. How is it best that I can communicate with you? How do I need to communicate with you in a regular conversation? What do you need to hear? What works well back and forth?
I like it's got to be a conversation, not a monologue. I think that's really important. So it's got to have some questions. It's got to have some pauses. It's got to have some exchange of thoughts and ideas. Yeah. It can't be just like, I'm so excited. Come along with me. This is going to be great. You can't do that to me because I'm like, excited. What? I don't, where, right. Huh? I'm not like the golden retriever just gets like, oh, you're excited. I'm excited. Right. It doesn't work that way for me. For me, I get excited seeing you work through it and maintain your excitement, even when there's pushback, even when there's resistance. Because then I know you're bought in. I'm like, all right, she's really bought into this. And I love you and I want to help you out. How can I do that?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you find joy? I don't know if that's the right word to use, y'all. Do you find joy? I'm just going to use that. Okay. In pushing back?
No, I think of it more. That's good. I think of it's more of like it is the process, like getting ready for work in the morning. Like the process is you get dressed and then you brush your hair and you brush your teeth and then you put on your shoes and you grab your keys and your wallet and you walk out the door. For me, it has nothing to do emotionally. It's a part of the process. It's just built in.
That's good. All right, y'all, I'm going to start going through some specific questions with Joe. These might be possible scenarios, okay, that you might encounter with a spouse or partner or friend or a family member who you're sharing about this possibility, right? How many of you watching today are considering starting your own virtual assistant business, or you're at the very beginning? Okay, let us know in the comments because that's helpful too. So if you are in those beginning stages of doing that research and having those conversations, we want to help equip you to have those conversations well. So none other than let's ask the cynic how to come to that conversation. Okay, so we all know that investing in a course like the SavvySystem, okay, is an investment, and it is not a small investment, right? It's a big investment. It is worth the investment, right? We have so many testimonials, okay, about success inside the SavvySystem. But with that big investment comes hesitation and pushback. So, Joe, how do we approach that conversation? What do you need to hear as the cynic when it comes to making that big investment? So
I would say it's the conversation, and it's a little bit of I don't know if negotiation is the right word to use, but it's a negotiation among the partners and among the person who's interested in it. Okay. So you got to voice that. So it might sound something to the effect of, I've been giving this a lot of thought. Do you know what this is? Have you ever heard of anybody doing this? Did you know that there are thousands of people doing this already? Did you know that I need I have a good skill set, but I need some more tools to be able to help put this all together? And kind of going down at that path. So it's more of a conversation. It's a little bit more of a questions. And at the end of that, not saying don't be excited, but don't let the excitement overrun. Like, it's like, why do you want that? Because I want that. That won't resonate with me. It's not, you can't just be because it's the shiny thing that's in front of you. I need that.
How many people have ever had shiny object syndrome? Right? I need that. I want that. Let's do that. Right?
And this has got to be a different, when you're coming to me, it's got to be a little bit different. It's got to be a need or why. And I can get along with you. Like, I can get 80% with just 5 or 6 questions, bouncing that off of me. I didn't know that. What makes you want to do that? What makes you think that you would be successful at that? So it's a negotiation among the partner wanting to do it, to be willing to say, this is why. These are my whys. I did my homework. This is what I thought about. Here's where I'm strong. Here's where I'm weak. Here's what brings me back into balance.
That's good. Okay. So next topic. Okay. We talked about it being an investment. Another pushback that we may get in our conversations is this really legit? Like, is this a scam? Like, you're buying this online course, paying this money. Is this really going to work? Is it legit? What do you need to hear in that kind of a conversation? What information do you need?
It's that, here's the thing that I love about the system and what you guys have done and what I've seen you grow through the whole thing, right? You've got to be your own expert at something. Right? This isn't like how to go out and sell. This isn't how to go out and flip houses, or this isn't how to, door-to-door vacuum sales. This isn't anything like that. You've got a skill set. You know what you need to do. You're just transitioning that skill set from what you did in a corporate setting to an independent setting. So you need to learn some systems and processes that are going to push you in that direction. So for me, it wasn't so much that wasn't an issue for me, because it was like, what can you do? Because as you're presenting this to your partner in your world, it's like, I already know this part, but my circumstances are different. I don't want to put myself in that situation, but these are the things I liked about it. What if I just pulled all that stuff I like about it and did it for me?
That's good.
So you present it in a little bit different light. It is legit. People do this all the time. Like, work from home exists. We are in a very different world than we were, even 24 months ago. So yeah, this does exist. There are people with corporate jobs that are remote or have been remote for a long time. So that type of stigma that was there years ago doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, so true. We were in the recent webinar that we did with Abby. We looked at true figures and statistics. I mean, I think the year 2029, like, it's going to be primarily, or the majority are going to be freelancers and those working from home, which is absolutely mind-boggling, because it completely breaks apart the box of the corporate world that we've grown up in. Okay, great information. Let's keep going, right? Is this resonating with you? Are you guys enjoying this? Are you thinking of cynics in your life and how to better have conversations with them? I hope it's even helpful for those of you that are already purchased, or even my team members, right? Having those conversations with cynics in your life. Okay, next one. Is this another MLM?
No.
Okay, well, I know you know that.
I know that. Yeah.
But what kind of information do we need to bring to the table for you to have confidence to support this decision?
What an MLM, you're always selling something, right? You're always selling some type of either a tangible product. The majority of them are set up that way. What in this situation, you're selling your abilities. You're like on a perpetual job interview. Like, I can do that.
Don't
for you.
Scare them.
No, but it's a little bit true. I can do that. And yeah, no, I can do that. Or I would like to do that. I need to know how. Let me figure out how. And you're kind of working through that. So it's not so much like go out and do this thing. It's like, go be you and let's be the best you can be.
Yes. I think that's what I love most about virtual assistants. And I didn't really realize that until I was in it. Like, my first goal when joining the SavvySystem was that I would earn enough money to pay for my son to go to preschool and that I could get a gym membership with childcare. Like that was my two main goals.
I remember that meeting around the kitchen table, you saying, this is what I want.
That's right. That's right. And so when I realized, oh my goodness, like I have such a passion to help others and to serve others, like this is a perfect fit for me. I realized that there was so much potential for me to grow into it. So I went far past the gym membership and the preschool fees, right? Because I realized I had so much potential inside of me. And that's what we teach our students. And we encourage our students inside of our SavvySystem community is to be you. Embrace the gifts, talents, and abilities that you have. That's what's so cool is that you get to build a business around you and your strengths, and you get to make the choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anything else about MLM that you need to hear to fight that battle?
No, it doesn't fit that battle because you're like, again, the product is your own abilities. This is just, I need some tools in my toolbox to take out with me to do the right things and know what it is that how I can communicate that to the clients that I'm seeking.
Okay.
So yeah, this is an MLM. This is you be you.
Oh, nice. Okay. So is the Cynic concerned about the ROI?
Yeah, they are. They want to make sure that it's, is this a legit investment? Is this something that, is this what you're excited about this month? Or is this like really what you want to do?
Right.
Right. If you're kind of
how many have ever been asked that question?
If you're following the shiny object or you're doing something in desperation, yeah, that's going to put a whole different spin on it and a whole different feeling to it. And that's not how you want to present that. And hopefully that's not the situation you're in when you're thinking about this. You want to do this because your situation has changed and you want to continue to use your skill set in a different way. Okay.
So does the Cynic need facts in this conversation when it comes to ROI? Like, do we need to be prepared to be like, okay, the SavvySystem Pro is $14.97. If I get 3 clients at this hourly rate, I can pay off the SavvySystem. Like, do we need to come prepared to the table?
A plan always will help. Okay. Even if you were going to go to a bank for a small business loan, you would say, here's my plan. Here's what I'm hoping to do. Well, this is like a micro loan to between you as a couple to figure out what it is that you're going to do. So yeah, I'd be like, okay, this is what I find is feasible. This is what I think I could do. This is the goal. This is how long I'm hoping to be able to take to do that. And if you got a plan, it's really hard for somebody to argue with that. Like, you thought about that? You thought it all the way through? Like, okay, you're serious. This wasn't just like you read it on the back of a Cracker Jack box. Like, you really kind of thought about this. Right. So it's good for the Cynic to be able to say, okay, I see where you're going. Take them along for the journey. Okay, that's good. All right. So another thing that might come up is the time factor. You mentioned, like, is this really what you want to do this month? What about next month? Are you concerned as a Cynic about the time factor? Or even thinking back to our story, like, were you concerned about the time factor? What kind of information did you need to hear from me as far as the time? Well, I think have a plan in place. This is what I'm hoping to do over the first, and maybe it's 30, 60, 90. Maybe the first time you do it, it's broken down into smaller chunks. And we're saying, okay, can I help with accountability with that? Can I ask you how things are going? Can we take a look at it and see what that looks like? I did not use Joe as my accountability partner, by the way. No, I wasn't. I went elsewhere for that. Keep going. But that's very helpful. Say, okay, if I've got a goal, I've got something I'm striving for, I want to make that. Yeah. Have somebody that if you never even wrote it down, you never even like took the time to write it down as a goal, it's just like. Do Cynics like to see that? Yes, absolutely. That's good to know. Yeah, because otherwise it's just talk. It's just in the ether. I do remember, and we had several conversations back in 2017 when I was looking to invest inside of the SavvySystem. And I remember having several conversations, but one of them involved paper and pen. Like, okay, because at the time, he was the only one working, a 1-income family. We had 2 small kids. We were sharing a house with somebody else at the time. We were trying desperately to pay off student loan debt. And so
money was a big piece of this conversation. And I remember looking at, okay, it's cost this much a month. How many clients do I need? Here's my goals for what I want to do. And I remember having conversations with paper. You mentioned 30, 60, 90. What's really cool is SavvySystem Pro. We have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you can tell the cynic in your life that you're having, this conversation with, I can try this for 30 days. If it doesn't work out, you just email our team and let us know, and we will happily refund your money, and you can continue on your path if it's not the right fit for you. So that's something definitely to bring to the table if you are able to invest in the SavvySystem Pro. Okay, so another question that might come up for cynics is, what additional investments?
Yeah.
Okay, so what information are you looking for inside of that question?
Yeah. So it'd be like, what do I need? What do I need in my office? Do I need, is the equipment that I have surrounding me already enough to get the ball rolling? If not, I would much rather know that up front and have you tell me what's going on, as opposed to be like, oh yeah, by the way, 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh, didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Right. So being proactive and kind of sharing that a little bit. The system entails quite a bit. Of what's going on. It gives you the know-how. There may be, maybe bring up the idea. There might be some subscriptions. There might be some things that I need to get. I need to get a user for. I need to go a step above the basic entry level, and I'm going to have to step it up to the $12 a month plan. So kind of bring those up. So I don't know what that looks like yet, but that's something that could be potential. Yeah, I'm going to dive deeper. I'm going to have to go up in my user stats.
Yeah, that's really important. And what we teach you inside of the SavvySystem specifically is how to bootstrap it. Like, we're going to give you options, like free options that you can get started with, but maybe down the line, be honest. Like, there absolutely could be investments, subscriptions, users that you may need to sign up for down the line. But all you really need to get started is a computer and good internet, and you can roll. We don't recommend that you necessarily start your business on a mobile device. It can be done, but we don't necessarily recommend it. So great information. All right, I just got a few questions. Who's still with me? I see Chachi's in the house. Salud, Chachi. Happy anniversary, my friend. Cheers for you. Okay, let's keep going. Next question. Oh, I gotta scroll up, y'all. Okay. Next question to bring to the table. What role or extra work is it going to involve? What extra work for you? Okay. Like, is that a question that you would have? Like, we had 2 kids, right?
This is a question we didn't ask each other when we started. And it caused a little bit of conflict, if you remember.
Okay. Enlighten me.
We'll share a little bit of a story. Okay. So yeah, you're going to start working for yourself. You're starting to work from home. You're trying to take care of the home. You're trying to take care of some kiddos. You got some stuff that's going on. So your work day looks a little different than it did. You don't get in the car and drive home at the end of the day and you're done. So your day can creep into your night if your tasks are out of line, if you have something else that's going on. So you may have, maybe your client at that particular time needs you for something that's outside of the norm. Those things are going to happen. If you don't have the conversation about the possibility of that and being able to say, this is for now, this is not forever, that can be a problem. I can remember being like, I just never see you, like, after dinner and we put the kiddos to bed. I used to be able to like kick back and talk with you about the day. Whereas Rachel was more in the mindset, I've got 25 minutes of things to do. I'll go wrap up everything that I need to get done.
True.
And so I had a feeling like, is she avoiding me? Like, is this more important than me? Because I've been gone all day. I know. I got over it. I realized that wasn't it. But we had to have a conversation, be like, when is your day starting and ending? And what's going on? And you and I got in a very good habit of, you would tell me what you're going to do, as opposed to me looking for you.
No, that's true.
I got a notification, hey, I got to go do this. It'll take me about half an hour. And then I was cool. I was like, all right, I got a half an hour. I haven't turned on the game system for a minute. I'll play for a half an hour.
Right. So
read a little bit or whatever it is that I wanted to do at the time. But it was that communication between us that we didn't do a good job of and didn't even think about until we got into it and you started picking up clients.
Okay, this brings up a really good point. For cynics in our lives, do we need to be absolutely transparent and lay it all out on the table?
I wouldn't say that. Not everything all the time, because it's just what's applicable to today or what's going on in the moment. I I would say when you're presenting the idea,
don't hide anything.
Don't hide
be
anything.
Dishonest,
Cast a vision for them and let them know what's going on. But you don't need to overshare. You don't need to over communicate. You don't need to tell them every little thing. I liked it when you would tell me you learned something new and you'd want to show me, because I was like, well, I didn't even know I could do that.
That's fun, because he's very, very technic minded. Like, I am not. I am technically challenged. That's why I'm not on our tech team. Shout out to our amazing tech team at the Virtual Savvy. But he is very much so. And so when I could actually teach him something or show him something, I always found great.
She loved it, people. She loved it.
I did.
Let's just say it like
okay.
this.
All right. Next question. Last question. And then, y'all, if you are still with us, I want you to start rethinking. This happened earlier today, and I thought it was a grand idea. So I told him, I said, at the end of some of our webinars and classes that we do, we always have a Be Bold challenge. So I said, y'all, I told him, I said, if I can beatbox with Abby at the end of a live webinar, you can be bold too. He's not beatboxing, but we are going to try to stump him. So Joe knows a ton of random facts and trivia questions that nobody really needs to know, or that is useless. Like, he would be an amazing Jeopardy contestant. Okay. So I want you to be thinking of questions that nobody should know the answer to.
Thanks, Joe should know.
And yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a curveball.
Yeah. So somebody tried to stump him today and they actually weren't able to. So be thinking of stump Joe questions. Okay. Last question for the Cynic. What if we lose our money? Is that a question that you need answered? And how do we answer that question?
It's an investment in yourself. So I think I've said this. We've done these this is second, third time, right?
Yeah.
But I still believe this. You cannot lose money investing in yourself.
Oh, so good, y'all.
You cannot, because no matter what, if you put your mind into it, you say, I'm going to figure out what's going on. I'm going to dive into this problem. Like, this system should be doing this thing. What am I not getting? And you dive in and you try to figure that out, and you've conquered it. And then you know that for next time, you're going to be able to use that skill set on whatever it is that you're going to do in the future. It's an investment in yourself. The only way would be if you bought the program and then just didn't.
So true.
Other than that,
the system works if you work the system.
Exactly. That's why, going back up to your MLM, that's what's different. This is not me selling somebody else's. I only get, so much money, and I've got my promoter and my sponsor telling me to do it. No, that's not. This is you. This is you going out and you being you.
So good. Okay.
So I couldn't see it being a waste of money unless that's what you wanted to do.
Okay. Well, but you know that, right? And you've seen that in our story. But what about those that are coming to the table that are at the very beginning of that conversation, and they're cynical, right? About, if my partner, friend, wife invests in SavvySystem, and am I going to lose my money? What do you need to hear as a cynic in that conversation?
I need that it's not, going back to the beginning, it's not the shiny thing. It's what I really want to do. I really want to go after this. I really want to figure this out.
Okay.
I want you as a partner along with me on that trip. Not just I need it or I want it, but like, I could do something with this. I've already got this bucket of skills. I just need to learn how to market it and put it to work.
And so if that person truly is a friend, a partner, a companion, all of the things in your life, if you tell them that cynic will receive that well and support you in this decision. I think they will.
And be upfront and honest with them. Tell them it's, I might need your help a couple nights a week. I might need you to do XYZ. Give them some of the input too. Give them some of the responsibility and give them the ability. I truly believe responsibility is at the epicenter of what motivates most people. It's that inherent responsibility. Okay, this is what my goal is. I can support you in doing this. I can show you I love and care for you by doing this and helping. Yes, I can do the dishes from now on. I can take care of that. Or I can, whatever it may be. Maybe I'm the drop-off person in the mornings and you take care of the afternoons. Whatever that might look like. Give them a part of it and say, maybe it's not a part of the business in that what the work is, but it's a part of the business. And like, if you don't support me, this is going to be even more difficult for me.
Okay. So as the cynic, did you appreciate being a part of the journey? Did you need to be a part of the journey?
Well, yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah. absolutely.
Oh, that's a big takeaway, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a really big takeaway.
Because this is us. Like, this is not just your thing. This is an us thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm on board. Let's go for it.
So good.
But it only works if you have the conversation. If you only talk about it. If you just expect it, it falls apart. You got to have a conversation about it.
Don't avoid the conversation. Don't avoid the conversation. It's not always an easy conversation to have. I remember being intimidated by the conversation only because I knew Joe. I knew he would ask the difficult questions. I knew he would ask, would we lose our money? Is it going to take an additional time? Apparently I wasn't completely honest or didn't know.
It took more than we knew.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
We're giving that to you now. That's the freebie. If you take one thing away, your business could be so great, you're running out of some time and you're going to have to readjust.
That's a good problem to have, y'all. Okay, so let's do some Q&A. Did any of you have questions for myself, either about the SavvySystem or for Joe, about approaching these conversations?
I was kind of scrolling over in the chat.
Yeah, I'll scroll through those in a second. Don't forget, y'all, SavvySystem is open. We close cart on the 5th of August, and it won't open again until January. So jump on over there. If you have any questions, you can email our team at hello@thevirtualsavvy.com, and we are here to help and support you. So do note that SavvySystem is open, and have those conversations. Don't avoid them. So let us know in the comments, do you have any questions? Let me scroll through.
Communication is important.
Yeah,
yes.
Virtual Savvy, come on now. Y'all know this. Y'all know. Do you know the answer to this question?
I do.
Oh!
I actually do. I watched that one.
He did watch. So there's 2 words. Okay. And I am not going to be a beatbox teacher by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. But you need 2 words to beatbox. What are they?
It's from that one Shrek spinoff. It's boots.
Boots and
cats.
Boots and cats. Okay, so in your own space, in your own time, if you wish to beatbox, use those 2 words and you can be a semi-pro beatboxer. Awesome. Okay, let me keep scrolling up to see if I have any questions. And if you do have questions, drop them down in the comments. Go ahead.
Oh, so do you have to prove? What was that one? Do for the money back guarantee.
Oh,
What's
this
that?
one?
Yeah, that's a good one. You can talk about that.
Oh, Lisa, great question. Do you have to prove that you tried, or can you just get your money back for any reason? Great question. So all you have to do is just email us and let us know that you're within the 30 days and it just wasn't the right fit for you. We're not going to make you show us your workbooks. We're not going to make you show us your milestone tracking sheet. Okay. We're going to ask you just a couple questions just for some feedback on why it wasn't a good fit for you. And then if it truly isn't, then we are more than happy to give you back your money within those first 30 days if you choose the pro version. If you go with the light version, you do have 7 days to jump into the course and see if it's a right fit for you. But the return time is much shorter with the light than with the pro. Great question. Thanks for bringing that up, Melissa. Okay, here comes some questions for Stump Joe.
All right.
Are you ready? And I told him too, I said, if you don't know the answer to this question, it's totally fine. You don't have to feel bad. Okay, so Stump Joe. Do you know who played the king in Hamilton?
In the original cast, I know his face. I do not know his name. But
y'all, he may not know his name, but he can sing it. Good. Do you want to sing it?
It takes a couple more of these.
Okay. Virtual Savvy, Stumped Joe, 1.
There we go.
1. Okay. Doesn't know the name. No worries.
I could have just, I don't know. Do you?
Still know it.
No, I don't know. I know his face. I could totally high five him in a crowd.
Nice. Okay. Next one from the Virtual Savvy again. Y'all, Virtual Savvy's killing us with these Stump Joe questions.
Here's the thing though. It's got to be something that somebody might know. It's got to be like, when's my birthday? Like, I don't know.
Do you see what he's doing? He's being cynical towards the Virtual Savvy's questions.
Well, it's not in every. Yeah, that's fine. That's
okay.
Fine. How many people died? It was an odd number. I don't know.
I shouldn't laugh. Maybe that's not the best question to ask, Virtual Savvy.
Yeah, I don't know.
3,000. 3,000.
It was exactly.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's an even
Stump.
number.
Joe, this is 2 for O.
I know. Well,
We're not going to win millions.
I'm
on
doing
Jeopardy.
this longer than you beatbox. That's all that matters.
Oh,
I said it.
Okay. Oh, here's a good one. What is the difference between bourbon and scotch?
I'm pretty sure it's where it was fabricated more than anything.
Expound, can you?
Yeah, scotch is not an American product, whereas bourbon is.
Does anybody know?
See, that's the other great thing. There's no. What are they gonna? They're gonna tell me I'm wrong. I just won't read their comment. Yeah. So yeah, that's the difference.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, Tiffany. Hey, shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany's one of our amazing SavvySystem members. Is doing absolutely fabulous. She launched in February, and by April, she had enough profit to buy her son a Nintendo Switch for his birthday.
Nice.
That quieted the naysayers. I love that,
it.
Tiffany. I absolutely love it. That's so fabulous. Oh, we have a fact checker. Kayla's fact checking right now for us, ladies
great.
and gentlemen. Oh, here's a good one. I think I might know who is the virtual savvy this evening. How long does it take for Joe to accept a friend request?
I feel like that should trigger me or something. I made somebody wait a long time.
Do you make everybody wait a long time?
Yeah,
for
pretty
request?
much.
Oh,
Yeah.
True?
This is true. This is true.
What are your stipulations?
It can't.
for
It's got to be.
accepting a friend request.
It's got to be more than a friend request. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be more than just like, yeah, be my friend. It's got to be like, hey, I sent you a friend request. Because again, it's about the conversation.
Again, aging us, y'all. We were already married when Facebook came up.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
So it's got to be just more than like, I don't necessarily want to see a picture of what everybody's eating. Like if you're that kind of poster or like the spammer, I don't, it's a small group. But hey, I wonder if that person who asked that question ever got into the circle.
Oh.
Katie.
Good question. Oh, good question, Melanie. Okay. I would love to answer this one. Okay, what's the difference between SavvySystem Lite and SavvySystem Pro? One of the best ways, if you guys are looking at the different tiers of SavvySystem, there's 3 tiers that we have. We have Lite, Pro, and Ultimate. Okay, each one is at a different price point, and each one reflects what's included in all of them. Okay, so one of the biggest things, as I mentioned earlier, was the refund return. For Lite, you just have 7 days to jump in. It's the course and the templates, right? It's the meat of what you need. Maybe you're not one that needs a community of support. That's totally cool. The Lite version is the best for you because you get the course, you get all the templates that you need to get started. Maybe you really want more support. The Pro is for you. You get the course, you get the templates, you get access to the community, and we've thrown a bunch of other amazing things, discovery call example, proposals that win, marketing for introverts, the mega crazy swipe file. There's some really cool additions and extra things that you get with the Pro version. And then Ultimate is SavvySystem Pro, plus lifetime access to SavvyVault. It's a great opportunity that you have during our open cart to purchase both SavvySystem and SavvyVault with lifetime access at that ultimate level. You get lifetime access to SavvySystem, the course, no matter which one you choose. But that ultimate is both SavvySystem and SavvyVault at the lifetime level, which is a really great value if you're able to invest at that higher price. Great question, Melanie. Awesome. All right. Hey, we're all about facts. Kayla, our amazing fact checker. Here we go. There. Bourbon is produced in the United States and mainly made from corn mash, while Scotch is produced in Scotland and typically made from malted grains, especially single malt Scotch. Okay. I do believe then that is 1 point for Joe.
Okay. There we go.
We are 2-1. 2-1.
I'll take it.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So you referred to somebody earlier that you made wait.
Oh, it was a good long wait. It was.
Did you find joy in that wait?
I did. You know why? Because that individual was always talking about the friend request, but it was just good. They were like, I wonder if Joe ever put me. It was very roundabout. It was never like, Joe, will you just add me? It was like, I wonder if Joe will ever add me to social media. I wonder if he'll ever do that. And so it was just kind of a fun little game played back and forth. Okay. It wasn't malicious. Don't think I was out to get somebody and make them feel like they were the outcry. crowd. That wasn't it.
Okay, let's let everybody into a little inside joke. Okay, so this person is on our team. She's absolutely fabulous. You'll find her inside of Savvy Vault. She's done our Branding 101 training. She is our Chief Marketing Officer here at the Virtual Savvy, Katie Day. So they went back and forth for quite a while before Joe officially accepted.
I think I pushed her close to a year. I'll be honest.
Was it really?
I think it was pretty close to a year.
Joe Dorsey.
It was fun. I had fun with it.
Oh my goodness, you're so cynical sometimes. Okay, awesome. You guys, let us know. Do you have any more questions about SavvySystem? Do you have any questions about talking to that cynic in your life? We have a few minutes if you have any additional questions. The team has dropped SavvySystem.com in the comments. You can read all about SavvySystem. It's an amazing page where you can get all of your questions answered about the 3 tiers, what's included, all the pricing, all of those things. Y'all, this has been so much fun. Thanks, Joe, for joining us. Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy evening.
I'll throw in one more thing. If there's anybody who's like, if you come against a wall as you've been presenting this to your significant other, like drop it down there and I'll give you my 2 cents worth.
Awesome.
We'll do that too.
Tag Joe. He'd love to help and all the things. If you have any questions as you're continuing your conversation, as the cart opens, don't forget cart closes on Friday, August the 5th. So you still have a little bit of time to have those conversations with those cynics in your life. Let us know if you have any questions for our team. hello@thevirtualsavvy.com. Sometimes we're live during working hours on SavvySystem.com. You can live chat with us and we would be more than happy to help you. We are here to support you create your freedom life, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe that's a gym membership and being able to send your children to preschool or do the extracurricular activities without feeling guilty. Maybe it's that you want to travel more. Maybe it's that you want to pay off that debt. You want freedom and flexibility just in life in general. Whatever that freedom life looks for you, there's options. There are options, and it doesn't have to be trapped in that corporate box that so many of us have grown up with. You can make the choices for you, and virtual assistants is one of those great options available for you. And if the Savvy System is a great fit for you, we would love to help and support you as you build your freedom life. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your night, and we will see you later.